We're glad to have you guys along today as we leave Lake Barkley State Park in Kentucky. We're headed to Union City, Tennessee for the Discovery Park of America. As usual, we're going to be last for takeoff, so we'll queue up here in the very end position. And we already have one airplane in the air as a weather scout. You can see off in the distance we have some weather moving through. Once we leave Lake Barkley headed towards Union City, it won't be a factor for us though. And since we are last for takeoff and have a little bit of a wait, take a look at a couple of pictures of the resort. Very nice place. We highly recommend it. There's Irma. And we're still waiting. Yeah, we're on the roll. Got a pretty stiff wind today. It doesn't take much to get the nose wheel of the Aeroprakt off the ground. We're already riding a wheelie, and we'll be off the ground. There you go, a couple hundred feet, 300-400 feet maybe. Climb out was good today. We're going to make a left turn pretty quickly so that we don't get spaced out too far behind the rest of our group. We are the slowest of the group, which is why we take off in the rear. We don't want to get ran over by those really fast 172s. The Aeroprakt is about a 100-mile-an-hour airplane, give or take. Airspeed, anyway. So we're probably 10 or 15 knots slower than the 172. Our weather scout was a Mooney. He's probably at Union City by now. And we're flying over the land between the lakes area, which is between Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley. It is a very vast wilderness area. It's very pristine. What a pretty part of the country. You can see off in the distance the weather's breaking up in the direction that we're going to be headed. And behind us you can see the weather there. You know, the Insta360 camera's got great image stabilization, so if you can see the wing movement in this video, you can imagine kind of the buffeting that we were experiencing in the airplane. The Aeroprakt's a light sport, only weighs 720 pounds empty and 1,320 full, gross. And here we are coming into land at Union City. We had a pretty stiff headwind. It was coming right straight down the runway here. And when the conditions are right with a pretty good headwind, I can ride a wheelie on the taxiway, which is kind of fun. Careful not to drag the tail. And the rest of our group has already arrived. So enjoy some pictures of the Discovery Museum of America. And if you're ever in the Union City area, highly recommend it. It's a very nice museum. It's very large. It will take you most of the day to go through most of it. We didn't see all of it, as a matter of fact. All right, you're being videoed. Old steam locomotive that's on static display. They still have the train whistle working. And here's our flight of 6 leaving Union City. We get to be in the lead for once. We're going to do a little formation flying on the way back to Lake Barkley. And here we are stacked up on an echelon. And the winds were still quite, it was a little bumpy, so instead of stacking up really close, we decided to maintain some separation between us. Made for great air-to-air shots. And I really do love the capability that the Insta360 camera gives us for catching all of the unique views from a wing strut mounted camera. And you can see Karina in the co-pilot seat there filming out the window. We're going to do a right break. Everybody's going to try to get stacked up to single file into Lake Barkley State Park again. And the trip from Union City to Lake Barkley is about 40-45 minutes, I guess, depending. There's our break. Number 6, braking right. And we're coming in to Lake Barkley State Park. We're going to do a low pass over the runway here. And as I mentioned before, we're always the last to show up because we fly the slowest. However, the cool thing about that is the bathrooms are normally empty by the time we get there, and the fuel truck is generally finished with its fueling duties with previous airplanes. So we don't have to wait. You can see how much the weather improved while we were gone. And there's the rest of our group waiting patiently for us to get there. Thankfully, they're never in a hurry. Man, that low sun on the horizon made for some very scenic flying. So after flying a pretty tight pattern, here we are in final for the runway again. Land this time and taxi up and call it a trip. And I appreciate you guys following along with us on this little adventure, and we hope to see you on the next one. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you wish to follow along on future videos, consider clicking subscribe. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day.